quality of our service. Darla speaking. How may I help you?
Darla?
Yes.
Yes, my name's LeBlanc, and I'd like you to open my file, please.
Your social insurance number? Okay, and your date of birth, Mr. LeBlanc. Your mother's maiden name and your mailing address, please. Okay, and how may I help you?
Okay, I'd like to see, my wife and I were approved for the guaranteed income supplement
Right.
on my file. And, of course, they owe her back time. But I'm calling to verify, see if this check is good, because I've had verbal threats that I received the guaranteed income supplement in error.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd like to discuss the check that I didn't cash, because I can't cash it, because if it's in error, I don't want to cash it and receive a letter that it's invalid.
Okay, well, what do you mean you received a guaranteed income supplement in error?
Well, through you people, you have told me verbally, and this is not in writing, that my guaranteed income supplement and my wife's guaranteed income supplement on my file was sent to us in error. I can't put it any better than that.
And I don't know, like we have your income that was given to us.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing here, is between you and me, there's the processing center that doesn't have their facts straight, so telling you just about anything to tell me. But in all reality, I have in front of me check number 1770/25369334/1, dated 2014, the 10th month of 06, and it's at the sum of $996.68.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. And that would have been, like, from what income we've received, that's what you would have been entitled to.
Okay, but then it comes to the question of my wife's back time. If she was approved on mine a year and a month earlier has applied, and of course her check was not cashed either.
No.
Okay, so I mean, it'll be easier for me to put my wife on the phone to open her file and see from there, see what you can figure out what's going on, because
But you're entitled to the amount you have now.
Well, I don't know. It's all done verbally.
That's what I'm saying. You're entitled to the amount you have now.
Yeah, but you don't realize that in a previous phone call.
Well, I've read what your note said.
Okay.
They just said they're not going to do any additional retroactive payments until they receive more information.
Okay, well,
what you've received up to date, you are entitled to.
Okay, why is my wife approved on my file if the necessary papers were not provided?
What do you mean approved on your file?
Well, okay, hold on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put my wife on the phone. You'll see.
Hello? Yes. May I have your social insurance number, please? Okay, and your name?
LeBlanc.
And your date of birth. Your mother's maiden name and your mailing address. Okay, so it indicates here on the file, it says both client and spouse have been advised of required documentation to process further retroactive supplements.
Okay.
Okay, appeal rights were given to both, advised in writing and via phone call. month,
Mm-hmm.
you are entitled to that. It's to do any further retroactive payments.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I'll pass it back to my husband, okay?
Yeah.
Is that your file? Yeah. Okay, now, do you need permission for me to discuss my wife's file?
No, well, she indicated yes, I asked.
Oh, okay. Okay, now, I have her non-cash check right in front of me of
Yes, you
$996.68.
have one.
Yes, and it was not cash because now the dilemma is that she was approved on my file, so everything must have been.
No, you're approved on the same income. Nobody's approved on anybody's file.
Yes, well, it is because
Because you're married, you're based on the same income.
okay.
Okay?
Now
You're going to get the same amount of money.
going in reverse now.
So
If she was approved, all the necessary document must have been there at that time.
no, they were not. Like I read to her, it says here, both client and spouse have been advised of required documentation to process further retroactive supplements.
Okay. Now, we know we sent them. We know we
not have them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like your broad problem because it was registered mail. Okay, and we have proof of registered mail. Now, if registered mail was signed by Jim Allen at the processing center or wherever, well, he's got that information. And if he's incompetent not to provide the processing center of those documents, well, that's not our fault. Okay, I'm here to discuss what we have, and what you have on the file right there is totally wrong.
What do you mean it's totally wrong?
It's totally wrong because
It's indicating here that basically we still need, like everything was processed without the proof of the marital status.
okay, well, how can she be processed on my application?
You're actually processed on hers. Because she is older than you.
No.
It's originally her file.
No, I didn't apply for the spousal allowance.
No, that doesn't matter. No matter what, basically, because your spouse is older, she is the head of the file. She's got control of your file.
No, she hasn't. I'm in control of her file.
Okay.
By her being in control of her file, she would have had her back time.
No, she would not have.
Well,
We
okay.
would have needed to see the marriage certificate, and we would have needed to see the 2011 and 12.
Like I just... okay.
But
The
they're saying that we didn't...
hold it. The 2011 income, when we apply, I only provided the previous year that I applied. So you don't go back 2 years now. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
on
no,
my
no.
application, no, but you're asking for 2011 and 2012, and she applied on 2013.
That's what the processing center is at.
Yes, and that's and I explained to you, between you and me, there's the processing center that is trying to control this file.
Well, what is it that you want?
Well, I would like to verify that these checks
Well, checks are good.
are good. So if I bring these, well, I was told verbally
You
that
cannot be
the
told
check
anything
was not, pardon?
verbally would not stick anywhere.
Okay, now you're talking to me verbally
Yes,
right
I am.
now, and you're saying it's good. Well, there's okay.
I can write it on your file if you want me to.
Okay, there. Okay,
Brian called and
when,
cashed the check.
when,
Indicated that yes, they were good to cash.
okay,
Right
when,
with that.
yes, I would.
Okay,
And
I'll
that's-
put that right on your file.
And that's the nature of my phone call. Now that you got that point, I would like to discuss the Canada pension, because there's 2 checks that we didn't cash of that Canada pension, and I'll bring them out. That would be 4 checks,
Right.
two apiece. Now, and I did call on this matter, where my social insurance is supposed to be. There's another number. She admitted that it was an error. I, to this day, don't have it in writing. So therefore, I cannot cash these checks.
Are those January checks?
Yeah.
January checks, everybody had different social insurance.
Okay. Now,
That was a system error. It's even recorded in our book.